I want to show you a few quick tips to help get your push-ups strong and safe. Firstly, we want to look at both the integrity of the shoulder and the muscle activation patterns around it. So, we want to be able to bring our rib cage into a posterior tilt as we come into our push-up. So, the difference between a posterior tilt and an anterior tilt in the rib cage is this is a anterior tilt. We don't want to be here. And this should be quite obvious. We don't really want to be here. We can see our shoulders are rotating inwards. There'll be a tendency to shrug the shoulders up. We want to lift our sternum and bring the rib cage into a posterior tilt. Now this can be quite a challenging thing to do in the push-up, and you might want to work just in a plank position initially and try to find this and not even do the push-up. So we also want to do the same with the pelvis. So we don't want to be here, sticking the bum up. We want to tuck the hip under. And as you do so, maybe even think about drawing the belly up. Now, what we're going to do here is, so you can see my shoulders around it here, are moved into an anterior tilt of the rib cage. I want to see if I can get my sternum to face forward without losing my hip. So this can be a difficult thing to do. So often as we bring the chest forward, we'll tend to sag in the back. Tuck the hip under, let the sternum face forward. And the second tip, as you lower down, is to let your head come forward, come onto your tippy toes. So that's going to more likely keep integrity of that back, pelvis and shoulder position. Next thing you do with your hands is look to screw the hands into the ground. So by doing so, we're going to activate lats and we're also going to activate some of our external rotators of the shoulder, which the lat isn't, but it's going to help depress the shoulder. So, what you'll do here is both those things we just did. Pelvis under, chest comes forward a bit. Now screw the hands into the ground. You'll feel a lot more stuff happening. Now to get a bit more work done, I like to turn the push-up into a whole body exercise. So you can come into it with me now. Let's do all of these things. Okay, so let's find our hip position, tuck under. The chest faces forward. Now pull the toes and the head away from each other. Contract the quads by popping the knees up. Draw the belly, and if you've done any pelvic floor breathing, you can do that. Pull the pelvic floor up. And now we're going to breathe out, drawing the belly up as we lower down. Tiptoe forward as far as you can. Screw the hands in the ground, come back up. Alright, you'll probably notice that you're not going to pump out as many push-ups as you would without doing those things, but that's a great way to get a bit more safety and strength around your push-up. Have a go at that.